What's going on, Wisershifters? Today's video is really interesting. If you follow the instruction and you listen to what I have to say about this food storage bucket, this one right here and the one that you build can and will save your life one day if, you know, poop hit the fan. Let's talk about this and the content that's in the bucket. It's really simple. Trust me, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. If you're not properly prepared, sometimes you find yourself in tough situations. So food is one of the key pillars of surviving. So here's a great idea. Instead of buying these pre-made buckets, make your own. This is a simple idea. As you can see, this is from Home Depot. They're not a sponsor of this channel, but make sure whatever bucket that you do get is a dark color bucket. Reason being, if you don't properly secure and seal the content in the bucket, sometimes it can definitely ruin the food that you're storing. Next thing is, make sure you get a rather seal lid, and this is one example. This one has a black rubber gasket inside. So once I seal this, and the only time I'm gonna open this is when I'm ready to eat the content inside in here. Another thing that I would definitely suggest is that if you can find one of these printers where you can either get a sticker or get a Ziploc bag and some tape, write the content that's inside the bucket, put in the Ziploc bag, and then tape it on here. So that way you know what's in here, so you don't have to play peekaboo. All right. So let's talk about what I have in here. As you can see, it's properly like this right here. This is enough to feed someone for a week, and we're talking about depend on who we talking about. If it's a full-grown male like myself, this can definitely last me, a week, honestly speaking. Especially if I'm doing hard labor, working and doing things around the property or just in a SHTF situation, this will last about a week. Now if we're talking about a woman, that might be a week and a half. If we're talking about a child, that might be 2 weeks. So it depends on your calorie intake. So let's see what we have in the bucket. The first thing first is rice. A lot of people love rice. I love rice myself, and this is a calorie dense food. Definitely you can't go wrong with that. So that, for me, that's my base, you know what I'm saying, in a situation like this. So you have rice, and of course dry beans, so you're gonna have to cook. For me, this is something that a lot of people have a staple. It's a staple in a lot of people prep. So and what I'm thinking about also is things that's gonna be easy to cook and have a lot of calorie, right? Another thing too is this is more a morale booster. We're talking about oatmeal, and I have different flavors. Just have variety, because if you think about it, in a grid down situation or a calamity situation, sometimes eating the same thing can get boring. So having different variety does help. You know what I'm saying? So that's oatmeal. Now, sometimes you might not have time to cook, right? So having different variety of canned beans, which already been pre-cooked, you just probably have to heat it up. So we have beans right here, more beans. Now here's what I have also. A lot of soup. Now you might say, well, that's not calorie dense, but guess what? If you cut this with maybe with rice or anything else, guess what? You have a full meal in your hand. Pairing this with some rice or just having this basic ravioli, that helps too. This is beef stew. Got some beef stew. Got chicken soup. I got some more beef stew and chicken soup. Got more soup and more stew. Now, if you see what's really going on, my rice is my base, my beans is my protein, and not only that, I have some other options, so I have a lot of variety. Now, this is one of my main side in protein, which is chicken breast. You can't go wrong with that. So looking at all this right now, you can see that if you plan this correctly, you can have, see for me, this wouldn't last long, but for a couple of days, because I eat a lot. But if you ration your food, like really ration your food, and give in a given situation, you can make this last. And making sure that you have multiple buckets store and really like consider what you put in there does make a difference. Now, suggestion that I will make here is that I would take these out of their packaging and store them in some Mylar bag and throw some oxygen absorber in there and store it that way, because the rest of these, and probably vacuum seal this, and the rest of these, they'll be fine for a couple of years and be stored away in the case of an emergency, break seal, and you have yourself a ready to eat and not hard cooked meal ready to go. Now, this right here not only give you variety, it give you option, and not only that, this right here is less than what you would pay for dry freeze buckets or meals, or ready to eat meals, MREs, or any of the pre-made buckets. Because sometimes these pre-made buckets that you're buying, you don't know the content that's inside of it. You don't know how it was prepared, and not only that, you don't have the variety. Sometimes doesn't taste good, and not only that, they are expensive. At least with this, you can test what you like and what you don't like and put it in the bucket for any emergency. Now, if I miss anything here or any suggestion, please put it in the comment below and let's talk about it. And I've seen a lot of these videos, and I just want to make one, and really for you guys, my new subscribers and those who've been here on this channel, thank you. But yeah, if you have any suggestion and you see that I'm missing something, please let me know. One last thing before I go, a lot of these, it's easy to open with the tabs. So as you can see, all my cans have the tabs. So something to consider. Make sure either you put a can opener in your bug out bag, or have one in the bucket. Besides that, I think I covered it all. Just something to think about. Consider making your own food bucket. Trust me, in a true emergency, this could save your life and feed your family or yourself. Just thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here and or returning subscriber. Let's talk about this idea in the comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.